Into 3 things to say to someone who tries to invalidate your experience with a narcissistic or toxic person. But first, let's self-regulate with a 4-4-8 breathing exercise, if you'd like. We're going to inhale for 4, hold for 4, and exhale for 8. And if you'd like, maybe place your hand on your belly. Ready? Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How does that feel? Now that we're more grounded, grab your notebook and pen, and let's dig in.
Hey, Survivor. Welcome to the Vibrant Survivor podcast. Do you want to disconnect from a narcissistic or toxic situation and heal? Are you Googling how to identify a narcissist, narcissistic abuse, and boundaries? Are you feeling stressed and lonely while trying to avoid being sucked back in and lied to again? Hey, I'm Lesley. As a busy wife and mom, I fell for the lies and manipulations of narcissists. I wasted my time, talents, and money on users who kept moving the goalposts. I wanted real relationships and business opportunities and to enjoy life with my family. Instead, I struggled with anxiety, panic attacks, and insomnia, and I couldn't trust my body or anybody until I took a holistic approach to healing. In this podcast, you'll find tips for healthy living, trauma healing, and boundaries so that you'll have the freedom, confidence, and inner peace to respond, not react, after narcissistic abuse. Take a deep breath in, let it out slowly, and just relax. This time's for you. Hey, Survivor! Are you tired of feeling exhausted, stressed, lonely, and stuck in narcissistic relationships, and you just want closure and healing? I spent years rationalizing toxic relationships and dysfunctional environments in the name of community, connection, and career. As a result, I wasted my time, talents, and money on users who kept moving the goalposts. One of the worst was an alleged murderer who discarded me after I caught him lying, stopped helping him for free, and held my boundaries. Even though I dodged a bullet, I felt depressed, ashamed, and I doubted myself. I want you to know that you don't have to suffer in silence, feel alone, or crazy anymore. Come and experience the power of creating your own closure without the permission or participation of the narcissist. I've been no contact for over 4 years now, and I've grown personally and professionally. I have more clarity, stronger boundaries. I'm building a life and business that I've always wanted and enjoying real relationships. I know you want to break patterns of getting into toxic relationships, even if you don't mean to. And it feels so good to disconnect from dysfunction, set and hold boundaries, provide closure for myself, and focus on self-care. And to empower my kids to do the same. Go to closurecoachingsession.com right now and get ready to heal after narcissistic abuse.
I recently received an invalidating comment on some content I created on grandiose female narcissists and fake friends. And this commentary included a warning to my viewers to stay away from women like me, and calling me judgmental and accusing me of keeping my feelings to myself and telling YouTube instead of having the conversation with my friend, and looking for things to fit the mold that I had created in my head about my friend. Ouch and huh? Ironically, it's among the most popular pieces of content that I've created to date, and many survivors have thanked me profusely and shared their similar lived experiences in response. Now, the commenter that offered all this criticism did not offer to share any personal experiences one way or the other. And I debated over what might be an appropriate response and ultimately decided that it just wasn't worth getting into. Can you relate? However, there may be times when you want or need to address something like this. Here are 3 things to say to someone who tries to invalidate your experience with a narcissist. Number 1, I know my truth. One of the most empowering responses that you can give to somebody who tries to invalidate your experience is a simple, firm, I know my truth. Now, this is a statement that asserts your confidence and clarity about your own lived experiences, regardless of what other people might say. And it's important to remember that you don't need validation from anyone, survivor, to confirm your reality. Your experience is enough. It's valid, and your feelings are real. Number 2, your perspective is your own, but it doesn't change my experience. This response acknowledges that other people are entitled to have their opinions, but it also establishes that their perspective on a situation doesn't diminish or alter your personal experience. And it's a respectful, but at the same time, firm way to maintain your boundaries. You're not dismissing their view entirely, but you're making it clear that their view doesn't affect your truth. Number 3, I'm focusing on my healing and don't need your input on my experience. Sometimes the best response is one that establishes a clear boundary. And by stating that you're focusing on your healing, you're prioritizing your health and well-being and signaling to others that their unsolicited input is not needed or welcome. And this is so important in your journey to healing from narcissistic abuse, because maintaining boundaries is a key aspect of healing. Let's recap 3 things to say to someone who tries to invalidate your experience with a narcissistic or toxic individual. Number 1, I know my truth. Number 2, your perspective is your own, but it doesn't change my experience. And number 3, I'm focusing on my healing, and I don't need your input on my experience. Remember, hold on to what's true to validate you. Thanks for tuning in, survivor, and keep moving forward on your path to healing. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon.
If this podcast has helped you understand who and what you're dealing with, sharpen your discernment, and move forward on your healing journey, share it with another survivor. Help me help others by leaving a review for the show. And let's connect on social. Take a screenshot, share it in your IG stories, find and tag me at The Vibrant Survivor, and I'll share your post too. I look forward to connecting with you on IG and seeing you back here. You're not alone and you're not crazy. Know who you're dealing with, know who you are. Take care, and I'll meet you back here next week. Bye-bye.